Welcome to the playground of potential. I'm Matt the Poet, and this is my playground. Today we'll be talking about how to thrive in the winter. Winter is coming. And while we won't be facing White Walkers this winter, there are many challenges that we do face. The days are getting shorter. There's more time spent in darkness. And then there's the cold, which can be a challenge for many people. We also have the holidays, and that can be its own tumultuous challenge with family relations. But here's some tips that I have. I have 5 tips, ways to thrive during this winter season. So the first of which is going to be getting some sun. So yeah, the days are shorter and you have a little bit less opportunity. But the sun is so vital to our human existence. Going down to the neurotransmitter level, we rely on the sun to create serotonin, our feel-good chemical of happiness and fulfillment. So each morning that we bathe in the sun, we transition our melatonin, the neurotransmitter that allows us to go to sleep in the evening. It is then converted into serotonin, which allows us to tackle the day and brings us back into that state of thriving. On top of that, we also have vitamin D production. So our immune system is highly dependent on our vitamin D production, which we get directly from the sun. Yes, we can supplement it, which is great if you need it. But no better place to get it from that free source of the sun up in the sky. Yeah. So I highly recommend getting at least 20 minutes of direct sunlight each day. Now there's going to be cloudy days. It's going to be impossible some days, but take the opportunity when they present themselves. And yeah, go out and bear as much skin as you can bear to bear in that cold weather, because that'll help with the vitamin D absorption. And it's just good for our being to get some sun on our skin. That sun kiss is such a health-inducing experience. Yeah. So the second tip that I have for you this winter is to get exercise. Now, exercise is it's my antidepressant. It's got that feel-good chemicals of endorphins going, and yeah, there's nothing quite like it. So I highly recommend getting at least 3 days of exercise, three exercises throughout the week. I like to space them out just so, keeping those feel-good chemicals going throughout the week. And, you can get more than 3 days, obviously, and that's even better. We as humans are made to move, It's kind of this modern society that has become somewhat sedentary, So it's actually in our physiology a necessity to move and move vigorously. We're designed to do it. And when we're not doing that, we have all this unfulfilled energy within us that is just begging to be utilized. So, yeah, exercise is that amazing thing. If you can exercise alone in your own home, that's fantastic. Or if you need to find a community to exercise with, that's also great. Either work, and as I've said in previous videos, make it fun, make it something that you enjoy doing. And before long, it won't be something that you'll have to do. It'll be something that you'll look forward to doing, because exercise, like I said, and releases those endorphins, and they just make us happy. So the next tip I have for you, tip number 3, well, that would be the Wim Hof method. And this is a fantastic method that I've come across, developed by the man himself, Wim Hof. I've got multiple videos on this subject, and I highly recommend that you check them out. I'll even post them in the description below. But the Wim Hof method, in its most basic form, is a breathwork technique that allows us to endure cold temperatures, cold water submersion, and it's a game changer. I literally I've referenced it many times as the coffin nail in my depression. It has this way of imbuing us with vital force. You can't come out of the cold and not be invigorated. And with the winter being so cold regularly, why wouldn't we want to change our relationship to that cold temperature? So the Wim Hof method builds cold shock proteins in our bodies, as well as building up brown fat, which is this healthy level of fat tissue that allows us to stay warm. So the Inuit people that live almost entirely in cold weather environments have this built up fat layer that allows them to endure cold weather in ways that actually make it comfortable, you know? And having worked with this technique for many years now, 3+ years, and very regularly, doing this cold submersion therapy, I can say that my relationship to the cold has completely changed. And, you know, I can go out in a t-shirt now in the dead of winter, which, you know, it's like, it's not to show off. It's just, it's so much more comfortable to be able to do that now. And like I said, we want to get that sun on our skin. So it actually works quite well. So check out my videos, check out Wim's videos to find out how to do this breathwork technique and how to build that cold tolerance. He often invites cold showers, and that's a great way to jump into it. I love personally going into the river, which is, whoo, yeah, brings you to life. All right, and then tip number 4, community. You know, winter has this way of making us a little hermity. We tend to go internal, you know, and it's somewhat designed for that. You know, our winter lives are designed to go inside for a little bit and spend a little time reflecting and whatnot. And I'll talk about that in the next tip. But what brings warmth to our lives? A sense of community, hearth and home. I highly recommend, you know, making a regular time where you can maybe break bread with friends or family. And something about that connection that reminds us that we're not alone, that we're all going through this together. And there's nothing like that to bolster our ability to endure challenges such as the winter itself presents. Not to mention, we're social creatures, you know? We're designed physiologically. There's neurotransmitters that we get only from human contact. So squeeze it in as much as possible, you know? Make that regular time where you can get together with friends and family and just be together in joyful unison. Another way to do this is, like exercise. Combine all the tips together, and yeah, you can find an exercise community where you can find friends to work out with, and then you're getting two birds with one stone. uh, and then my final way to thrive, number 5, is rest and silence. So like I said, the winter season is really designed for us to go inside ourselves and really mull over and ruminate upon our year and how we intend to spend the next. So during this time frame, we have New Year's, at least in this Western culture of America, and we often have the New Year's resolution. How do we want to spend this new year? And this is the perfect time to really go in and reflect upon what went right this past year, and what we'd like to change, and how we'd like to bring new presence to this year to come. It allows us to better experience our internal worlds, which, it's this metal element within traditional Chinese medicine, that inner reflection that allows us to go inside ourselves and really alchemize the experience. And then when spring rolls around and the things start to thaw, then we have this wealth of intelligent thought that we've been cultivating. It's hard to cultivate, much during the winter. It's a barren land physically. But within the mental realms, we can cultivate what we want for that springtime planting, what we want to plant in that new year. And then we can see it grow over the year, and then we can come back and fall harvest, and then reflect again next winter. That's kind of the seasonal experience that we are welcomed into by nature itself, And, modern society, we've come so detached. We've become so detached from the natural rhythms. But, I invite you to really dive into that natural state of winter reflection and see what can come from that. So I hope these messages find a welcome home in you, and as the winter comes, we can all find ways to thrive. And I welcome any comments that you might have on how you choose to thrive in this winter. Also, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more content coming shortly. Also, I've got a number of different offerings. Just updated the website to include my poetic offerings. So if you're interested in a signed copy of my book, Potential Poems of Self-Mastery and More, or perhaps you're interested in a personalized poem on a topic of your choice, typewritten. 'Tis the season of giving, so it's a perfect gift, heartfelt gift, personalized gift that you can give this winter season, or even one for yourself. Sometimes we just need to hear some beautiful words or read them. And check out playgroundofpotential.com to see those offerings. On top of that, I've also got my self-mastery offerings. I've got a few slots open to take on one-on-one clients, individuals who are looking to better themselves, find that internal journey within to that most authentic space that is us. And, I'm here to facilitate and guide that experience. You can find the offerings of that on the website, as well as every Sunday I've got my Superhuman Sundays. And this Sunday we'll be working on energy work. So going on to those subtle levels of experience, the chi, the prana, this beautiful unseen realm that we can tap into. And I highly recommend you check that out. You can book a spot in this online transformational course on my website, playgroundofpotential.com. So, looking forward to seeing you all soon. Next Friday for sure. Hopefully on Sunday for Superhuman Sundays. And yeah, sending lots of love to you all. Till next time. Peace.